Okay, so where are we going?
Well, the plan was to look for somewhere a little bit off the beaten track.
To the firewood.
Yeah, come back and get that. Because we're coming up to the Easter weekend, so this little spot here is, as you can see, a little bit off the track.
So it's taking us down to a river?
Yeah.
What's the name of it?
Baker's Shaft Reserve.
Yeah, so it's absolutely beautiful out here, so it'll be interesting to see. Well, hopefully it's very quiet where we're going.
Should be, it's a little harder to get to. Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. So we'll show you when we get there. So what do you think of the spot, Jimmy?
Yeah, perfect. Nobody else here. Looks like the water's starting to point up over all the way.
Yeah. Looks like they must have had some flooding here. Yeah. So this is the river, and trying to find a spot to camp because we don't want to drive straight down here in case there's no place to turn around. I don't think you'd be able to get the van under this tree here. Have to go around it. There's a spot. Look, got a fire pit and everything. Yeah. Just here? What do you mean? Oh, I think there's one more spot down here. Somebody left some wood. It's not very flat here though. Look, our neighbors are watching us. It's flatter over there. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Little place for you to fish down there? Yeah. You got your firewood?
Yep. I'll bring it back with me.
I have a bit too. I don't like bugs. You're gonna hit it now? Keep going slow. Yeah, all good. Better get out of the way. me see. Have a look.
So we're going to do a little video of us setting up. So we've just pulled up here, and we'll show you what the process is. So Wendy's going to level the suspension. I'll disconnect the car. up.
Yep. Good to go. Coffee will be ready. I think it'll be ready in a second.
So, all done. Set up. We're here all by ourselves. Got the Starlink up, so that I'll just plug that in, turn it on. That'll take, I don't know, 5-10 minutes to work out what way it needs to point, and then that'll be good as gold. Looks like the river's starting to clear up a bit. Seems to be a bit clearer down there where the rocks are. So who knows, there might even be a fish in here. What was that?
I said, thank you, babe. You're such a good husband.
I just wanted to get that video evidence. Give me your glass. Well, I fucking ordered in seconds, you haven't even finished the first one.
Well, you were standing up. I didn't want to waste the opportunity.
So, we've walked up the track from the campsite, and it looks like farmland, but it's actually part of the reserve. So people camp in here too, but you're not allowed fires in this section. But a little bit overgrown at the moment. We sort of noticed as we've been driving through this part of New South Wales that there's a lot of overgrowth with the grass, because they've had that much rain that they couldn't cut hay this year, and now it's gone beyond hay to straw. So it'll eventually die off once we get a bit more heat, I think. So it's looking back towards where the caravan is. I don't know whether you can see, you can just see the white through the trees just at the end of the water there, and then nice little river through here. So if you want somewhere nice and quiet, this is worth having a look at. So it's called Baker's Shaft Reserve. It's probably about 7 or 8 kilometres of dirt road, which is pretty good condition to get here. It's not that far from Blaney, I think about probably 20 k's south of Blaney, and then you turn at the, I think it's called Mandurah Royal Hotel, and yeah, it's a beautiful spot. A few cattle around, a few kookaburras. No fish, of course.
No fish.
Yeah. Very pretty. So if you come up from the like where the barbecue is at the reserve, you take the road to the right. There's a little track. Well, it's a track, but it's quite a pleasant walk. Gets you up a little bit higher, so you get a bit of an idea of the countryside. Oh yeah, beautiful spot. Well, you could camp up here. I wouldn't bring a caravan up here, but you could certainly camp up here in a camper or a tent. So we're still at Baker's Shaft Reserve, and the weather hasn't been bad, but I think it's about to turn. Sort of some grey clouds up there. We hear a bit of thunder in the distance. Some black stuff over the back there. So yeah, it might be a wet night. Actually not a bad little spot here. We sort of had the whole place to ourselves up until this afternoon, and then some other guys moved in, but that's alright, they're nice and quiet. And I actually caught a trout here today. But corn on the cob for dinner with a couple of steaks.
Peas, gotta have some peas.
And some peas.
There, there's some green peas.
So it's been wet and cold today. It's taken us a long time to get the fire going, and we're leaving tomorrow, so we've just put the last of the firewood on. Turned it into a little bit of a chimney. So That should stop it smoking. But it looks like the rain's not finished yet.
What's going on, Jimmy?
So, 7-pin plug. Every now and then you'll notice that the lights aren't connected or your brakes aren't working or something like that, and it's normally because one of these pins is closed up. See how that one's closed up a little bit?
Yeah.
So you get yourself a sharp knife. You've got to be fairly gentle because it's not, you know, you can split them, and if you split them then you've got to replace the whole plug. And just sort of put the end of the knife in a little bit just to spread them back out. You could do with a clean too by the looks of it. So,
Okay. So which lights does that affect?
the caravan lights back on there.
Let's have a look. Yep. Still so busy. Good job.
Normally the first giveaway is your brakes aren't working.
Look at that. How pretty is that? Decided to take the scenic route again, eh, boss?
Yeah, you always got to have the scenic route. You never know what you might find.
That's right. So she's still trying to calculate our route because Jimmy decided to go left instead of right. What happened with your detour?
Well, it's, I can go there, but there's 4-wheel drive tracks, and I don't think the passenger will cope.
You turn, but it's beautiful drive, wasn't it? So back we go from the direction we once came. The roads are they're doing lots of work on the roads at the moment because they're
Floods last year.
yeah, all the floods.
Proceed about 3 kilometres to Burnt Yards Road.
Really damaged all the roads, didn't it? But it's Sunday, so no roadworks are being done.
Very quiet. So we've stopped in a little town called Kanawindra, which is in the middle of nowhere, sort of between Corowa and Blaney. And just having a bit of a look around. It's Easter Sunday, so nothing's open. But they've got a historical museum here and a historical fish museum there, so we might have a look at those. So this is a hut that was moved here. It's actually originally built in 1820, made from red gum, and pretty good nick too. So the red gum's wide and resistant, so that's why they chose to use it if they could get it. They originally had a timber shingle roof, but they put a corrugated iron roof on it in the early 1900s. But yeah, this is what they lived in.
Another room there, is that a cupboard?
Oh, that's a second room. Go around the other side.
What about that is?
A mirror, probably. Is it?
No, you can't.
Oh no, it's a pantry, food pantry.
Oh.
Keep the flies out.
And this is the dining section, kitchen. Pretty fancy, huh?
Yeah. Good, the size of the
Bendigo
fire.
pottery. Everywhere you go, you see Bendigo pottery.
Yeah. And the size of the fireplace. They were pretty handy, weren't they?
Yeah. Nails coming out of the doors.
So here's the old schoolhouse. I reckon I had desks that weren't much different than that. Yeah.
Mustn't have been a lot of students.
Yeah. Amazing, eh? You got a pretty good collection of old machinery, steam engines, thrashing machines. The weight in some of this stuff, like just to get it here, imagine like the effort.
This is all wood. I always thought it was rubber.
Yeah. Little bulldozer. Imagine the weight in that thing.
A shearing shed.
Shearing shed. See, that's an old saddle horn. There's the old shears.
But it's still oily.
Yeah, it's got lanolin in it. That's the press for pressing it into bales. So put it in that and then squash it all down and it ends up in a bale like that. Amazing, eh?
How do they get it out without it expanding again?
No, the bag goes, the sack goes inside the thing, and
okay.
then and then they have there's like a ratchet system on it. So
Oh yeah?
ratchet it up and down.
Squish it in.
This one here looks like a machine.
Hand operated wool press. From George Grant. Blue Bulla. That's a truck?
You know what that is?
Oh,
No, it's a combine harvester. Hmm. That's a harvester. So for cutting wheat, separating the wheat from the chaff. So that cuts it, feeds it into there, thrashes it.
Whose brain worked to make that?
Don't know. Just look at the seed on it, my God.
So this must have been scooping it up and bringing it through,
yeah, so that cuts the head off the wheat.
Yeah.
And feeds it in through there, and then it gets like jiggled around, and the light stuff, the chaff gets fired out the back, and the wheat goes into the chute.
More modern ones?
Yeah. It's the upgrade version.
I look a little bit more protected. You're not going to get so much wheat on you, I guess, eh?
Yeah. at this one. How old is this?
Jesus.
Yeah. That's a baler. Baling hay. So the spikes in.
Yeah. So that was to grab the hay, was it?
Yeah. Push it through. Yeah.
What does it say? Charles Dusty's winnower. This machine thrashed the wheat from the
Oh, it's a thresher as well.
stripped heads.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to read it because it's so like.
So that's an earlier version of that.
Yeah.
Mm.
A stripper.
Oh,
Petrol?
fuel bowser.
So you have to suck. You have to pump it to suck the fuel up or something.
I suppose.
What's this one?
No idea.
It is the Mudgee Press.
Mm-hmm. This looks like a rotary hoe.
Eh?
This looks like a rotary hoe.
So lucid, growing, situated on the flats of the Gajigong River. It was imported to compress lucid.
So showing the age now, so we're looking at some of the old cameras here. So they've got like all the really old cameras that you'd expect to find in a place like this, but then we're looking through and Wendy spies this one. And I thought, shit, I had one of them when I was a kid. It's sad to think that the camera you had was a kid is now an antique.
A teenager.
A teenager, it's now an antique. Oh my god. So it's the old dentist chair. Look, velour chair. Be hard to get the bloodstains out of it. I suppose that's why it's red.
Uh-huh.
Look at our medicine cabinet, eh? Oh, doctor's medicine cabinet. Oh, that's giving me the shivers looking at that dentist chair. And clothes.
The portrait of Queen Victoria.
Oh,
Now, what are these photos?
yeah. Brass bed.
Yeah.
And a hand crocheted blanket. Bassinet, check out the bassinet. Cast on.
Is it? Yeah.
The old nightstand with the chamber pot.
They should have those still. See how they got the thing attached just to the side of the bed so
yeah.
for the baby to sleep
Yeah,
in?
great idea. So you don't have to get up.
Yeah. Do the old top hat on
Yeah,
the doors.
They did well to find all this stuff, didn't they?
Yeah. What on earth is that? Oh, let's say some of the knife. It's like teeth in it.
Looks like shark teeth. Shark teeth wired through a bit of timber.
Cat. So whip.
Cat and hair.
Japanese sword.
Post and telegraph office.
Are you lighting there? Oh no.
No.
For king. For country.
Yeah, gramophone.
Let's see the pen. The ink. Oh.
No. What's that? Harpsichord or something, is it?
Hmm.
With the crockery.
Hmm. They bring the new shop to your mum.
Mm. There was a lot of effort went into stuff back then, wasn't there?
Hmm. The violin was handmade.
So I've been pronouncing the name of the place all wrong. The locals pronounce it Kanawindra. So that's how you spell it. But they pronounce it Kanawindra. So we're in the Fossil Museum, or the Age of Fishes Museum. So we'll have a bit of a wander around here. So the Kanawindra Museum is very interesting. They've got sort of 3 sections to it. There's the Age of Fishes inside, and then out here they've got a sort of a garden you can walk around. It sort of goes back about 500 million years, tells you the different ages right up until sort of present day. This is some of the rocks that they found here in 1955 when they were doing some roadworks. So they reckon there's about 4,000 different fossil species here. And the largest one that they found was about 1.5 meters long, which was a fish. Similar to that guy there. But yeah, it's only $10, so definitely worth a stop in and have a look. So this is their work shed here, and these are casts of some of the fossils that they found. Don't know how good it'll come out on the camera, but we've got 4 fish there. Some little crustaceans there, more fish. Yeah, cool. And an old E.H. Holden.
So, we're in Young.
We are, and it's 11 degrees. I warmed up. It's 12
It's 12 now. It's freezing, isn't it? So, we're camped in the caravan park. There's Aldi's just as you come out. Got McDonald's, KFC. We're set.
Junk food everywhere.
Jimmy's already been to Bunnings.
I think there's about 5 pubs in town, so
Awesome.
should be alright. Looks like a liquor bar in there as well.
Yep. I better get myself a bottle of wine to keep me warm tonight.
Actually, the cops had a breathalyzer set up there before, and then when I went out, they were down here.
Yeah, I suppose.
They're just moving around because everybody's heading home for Easter Monday. So we'll go for a drive around town and see what there is.
Cool. Big town, eh?
Wait to get down the other side a bit. It is a fairly big town.
Yeah, police everywhere. Rivers,
There's 2 tobacco stores here.
Yeah?
Must be a lot of smoke at the end.
That was me.
Australian Hotel, closed.
You sure? Those lights on inside?
Oh, is it? Okay. Another hotel there. This looks like a nice one.
Okay, back in action. Good morning, Mr. Jimmy.
Good morning.
Where are we going today?
We're going to Blowering Dam on the Tumut side.
Yeah.
Blowering Dam, so we're sort of in at the base of the Kosciusko National Park.
And it's another not beautiful sunny day.
So we're definitely heading south, aren't we?
Yeah, but it knows we're going off grid. It does this every time we go off grid at the moment, doesn't it?
And we get, it's getting cold at night now, getting down to sort of 10, 11 degrees at night. So you're definitely moving south.
Yeah, it's only 10 degrees at the moment.
Yeah.
So we'll see you when we get there. Have a nice day, everyone. There's fog.
So we're just coming into Tumut at the moment. So looks like we've got some nasty
Shitty
weather.
weather. Good day for sitting inside the caravan.
Yep. Definitely.
I hope there's some good TV on or a movie.
So what a difference a day makes. It's beautiful now. Hardly anybody here except those emus over there. Some kangaroos. There was some young blokes stuffing around here last night with their cars. And it looks like they've hit a roo. That's unfortunate. Oh, dickheads. Well, we better ring the parks and get them to come pick it up. But yeah, beautiful spot here. Just obviously a couple of local dickheads with nothing better to do. So been a pretty nice day here today. Got to sort of 18, 19 degrees. The sun was out most of the day, but there's a few clouds about now. So we got some spuds and veggies in the fire. We're going to do some lamb chops tonight, and then we'll see what the weather's doing tomorrow. We might go up and have a look at the what is it, Yarrabilly Caves or something like that. So we'll see what the weather's doing tomorrow. I might go up there and have a look. But we got some firewood.
There's bloody spider webs floating through the air all over the place and hanging on to shit.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it on
There's one over
the
there.
camera, but see, out of the handle of the shovel, they've got the little spider webs. They're all just floating through the air, and they come and they sort of wrap themselves around your face, and that's fun. But other than that, what a magnificent campsite. So I reckon you can see that spider web there. But the buggers are everywhere, they're just floating around in the air. Very annoying.
And then they crawl down your front and get down your shirt and just annoy you and go in your eyes. You have to pick them out and you go like this because it's like sore. I don't like it.
Grandma hasn't had any wine yet.
No, I need one really badly. Go get me one.
You cook the lamb chops and I'll get the wine.
I'll get the one. You cook the lamb chops.
So how's this for a day? Just hardly a cloud in the sky. Supposed to get to 22 here today, so that'll be nice. But it gets cold at night, so we're going to go have a look for a bit of firewood. But I'll just show you how clear the water is down here. Crystal clear. So the guy out there in a kayak's a local, and he says they catch Murray cod, perch, trout and redfin in here. Not sure about the weather here. It keeps going from one extreme to the other. So yesterday was a beautiful day, got to about 22 degrees. not a breath of wind, and it's been not bad today, but she's dropping pretty quick now. Grandma's got the beanie on. You know it's cold when Grandma's got the beanie on. Got the fire started early today, only 4 o'clock. But pretty quiet for a Saturday. There's only those guys down there and a guy up behind us, and that's about it. But put this place on your must visit list. It's the name of the campground is actually Yachting Point, and it's about 30 k's south of Tumut. But yeah, just at the base of the snowy mountains. This is the part of the hydro scheme here. So this is Blowering Dam, and Talbingo's south of here about 10-15 k's. Cool.
So it's been a really wet, rainy day. And so rather than waste the nice sunny day, we decided to go and do the laundry and just finish that. And now what are we doing?
Oh, we're just on our way back to the caravan, but we thought we'd come in and have a look at the Blowering Dam wall.
Yeah.
And see what's going on here. Looks like it's all closed.
All the way around, is it? So there's part of the dam wall up there, and we passed a bit already. So I guess that's if it gets too high, it spills over there, does it?
I think that's part of the hydro system.
Oh yeah?
So all these dams through here are part of the Snowy Mountain hydro power stations. So here's one of the power generators. That's the dam behind us there. A bit of water coming out there. Yeah.
Morning, Jimmy.
Morning.
So we've left our lovely campsite.
Yeah, Blowering Dam.
Yeah.
That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah. And now we're headed to Wagga Wagga.
Yep. And we're going to stay there for a couple of days, and then we'll probably go down to the Kosciuszko.
Yeah.
And stay there for a couple of days, and then we'll head on to Wagga after that.
Ah.
How nice is this?
The grandkids are calling. It's beautiful here, isn't it? So, as we were the last day of our camp at the previous campsite, Mr.
Where were we last?
Where the dead kangaroo was.
Where was that?
By the water.
What's the name of it? Started with B.
Buka? Well, I fucking don't know. Blaring Dam. Well, anyway, Mr. loves his fire, so he had his shovel and he flung it into the ground with his foot, only the ground was a bit harder than he expected. And now what's the problem, babe?
Achilles tendon.
Achilles tendon?
So it started off, it was just a bit tight here, and then it got tighter and tighter, and now my whole ankle's swollen up and I can't put hardly any weight on it.
Well, does it hurt?
It does.
And so what?
Lucky I've got a Southie for a bloody wife who can look after me.
And so what are we going to do tomorrow?
You're just going to have to drive to.
No fucking way.
Come on, you pigs. Where's your sense of adventure?
My sense of adventure is fine, but our marriage won't survive it.
Come on. I'll show you what a fucking navigator should be doing.
That's very abusive. I could have you arrested for that. So, tomorrow we have to leave here and Mr. can barely walk, so hopefully
I'll be right, have some bundy this afternoon.
I'll give him a bit of harden up.
Alright.
Good morning, Jimmy.
Good.
How are we doing today?
Good.
Managed to walk to the toilet with your stick, I see.
Good.
Yeah. Are you in pain?
No, not too bad.
You will be if you don't stop walking around.
Yeah.
So we're in the Big Four in Wagga Wagga. Spelled W-A-G-A, W-A-G-A. I don't know why they call it Wagga Wagga when it should be Wagga Wagga.
Yeah.
How are people like me supposed to understand?
We should ask a local.
Should ask a local. Anyway, fortunately for us, we were supposed to be leaving this morning, but because Mr. Jim can't walk or drive, and I'm a big chicken, they're going to let us stay in our beautiful caravan park for another 2 nights. They're going to move us, and because Jim can't drive, they're going to come and move the van for us to another spot.
Jim could drive, he had to. So could Wendy if she had to.
Yes, but Wendy's not going to, and Wendy spent most of the night not sleeping properly, even though she doesn't have to go anywhere because she's anxious. So we don't need me having to drive to be such a sook. Yes. Anyway, so because we've got our Big Four membership, apparently, even though this is fully booked, they have.
Why don't you look at the camera when you're talking to us?
Because I don't want them to see me. Because they have special facilities to cope for breakdowns and when people are injured. So luckily we get to stay an extra 2 nights. They were really good, very helpful, and really appreciate the help. So if you're not a member of Big Four, you should be. So come and visit Wagga Wagga.
Big plug.
Big plug.
Free advertising.
Good afternoon, Mr. Jimmy.
Good afternoon.
I have forgotten the GoPro in the caravan, so we couldn't do a video this morning, so it's an afternoon video. Just about, yeah. And we just stopped at the cafe at Walla Walla for a bite to eat. It was lovely, and now we're taking the scenic route again. So it's been beautiful, and we're headed to...
we're going to go to Corowa and just spend a couple of days on the Murray River.
Yeah.
Because my ankle's still not 100%, so I'll stay off for another couple of days.
It's not traveling too bad. We were going to stay at a pub on the side of the road. Where was that?
I can't remember the name of it now, but we got there a bit early and it wasn't open, and it there was nothing else around it, so
yeah,
we thought we'd just keep on going to Corowa, and that'll put us back in Victoria then.
Yep. The grandkids will be happy.
Getting closer to home.
Yeah. So we'll get to Corowa, spend how many days there?
What's the date?
23rd today, is it?
Yeah, so 3 days.
3 days, and then off to Wangaratta, where we'll be cutting down a tree.
Yeah, because we can't get anybody tradies to show up to do it.
Yeah.
We have to do it ourselves.
So hopefully we get somebody around and we can watch, what is it, Curly, Mo, and who's the other one?
Three Stooges.
The Three Stooges doing it?
You'll be involved in that, mate.
Yeah, well, I'll be the stooge at the bottom of the ladder. Probably with the trees dropping on our head.
I got my $79 Aldi pole saw, don't need a ladder.
Famous last words.
So yeah, that works.
Alright, well, we'll see you when we get to Corowa. Load, wide load on a narrow road. It's a big bugger.
Yeah, wide are you, mate? How wide are you?
I'd say she doesn't know.
No radio.
No, she said yes.
I asked her how wide. She said yes.
What's this thing called?
It looks like a... Is it a... I'm not sure whether it's a baler or a player.
Are we over it now?
Wait till we see it.
She definitely takes up the whole road, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Another wide thing behind it too.
Player. Is it?
And it's long. Bit of excitement for today.
So we found ourselves a nice little camp spot in Corowa, just over the bridge. So we're now in Victoria, and it was really quiet up until a few minutes ago. And these blokes moved in. But cracking spot. There's plenty of campsites along here, right next to the river. Free campsite, only less than 5 minutes from Corowa. Plenty of firewood around. People who moved out before us left out there for us, so that's pretty good. So once these fellas go to bed, it'll be alright.
How's your ankle? What?
Toe now.
What's wrong with your toe?
Yeah.
Look up there. Firewood. Go get it.
Check this out. Oh, this is the water level now, which is still fairly high, but look where it's been. So that's easy.
Well over our head here.
Yeah, that's easy 3 metres higher than we are.
Yeah.
That's a lot of water. And so that's fucking all the way up there.
Even if we stood up there, it's still over our heads.
I'll go stand up there.
Or camp down there. Jeez. 3 times. Yeah. Yeah. Jeez. This must be where they come to put their boats in. We better get out of his way.
So we're heading to Wangaratta today, but put this one on your list of places to visit. Good free camp called Grantham's Bend, just across the bridge from Corowa on the Victorian side of the river. It's literally from the road to the campsites less than a kilometre. Track's a little bit potholed and a bit of water line on it, but if you take your time you should be right. But yeah, there's quite a few people here on the weekend because it was Anzac Day, but all gone now. So we're going to head off. We'll see you later.
bumpy and rinkety, and so is it here. It goes up and down like a yo-yo. So Jimmy wants to get a picture of him going through and showing what the suspension on the Caravan does. So you can see. Hello, Jimmy. How's your toe? Killing you. What did we have to do today?
So you have to sway on his van.
Oh, it's a bit scary. A good idea.
Yeah, we had to just pick up some rubbish from the property in Wagga.
Yeah. So finish off removing the branches from those trees and another skip in. Yeah. So now where are we going?
Heading home now. So
Heading home. So
yeah,
we're
just about into
coming up to the city.
CBD.
Yeah. So you're just starting to see the skyscrapers in the background.
Probably an hour and a half from home.
All fixed.
Fixed.
Yeah.
Look at the fucking GPS
Battery's
is taking
full.
us.
Where's the GPS taking us?
Through like the fucking middle of bloody Carlton and fucking Brunswick.
Okay.
Richmond.
But like, don't you know your way through the city?
I had the GPS on.
Uh-huh.
And it was going to take me to Greensboro, and I thought, no, that's wrong. So I followed the signs to the city, and then it made me get off at the next street, which was Sydney Road.
Yeah.
And I haven't been able to get back on the freeway since.
Uh-huh. So we got to put up with this shit?
Yeah, and get in and get off it.
What a hole. You couldn't pay me to live in the city.
Well,
The traffic is shocking.
yeah, Hoddle Street's just over here. We'll go down the freeway. This might be said to avoid freeways at the moment.
Probably. Go on, swear it, or you always do.
Caution, approaching red light camera and speed camera.
Don't miss this crap at all. Take me back to the country, babe.
Yeah, I know. Crap it up.